Well, more than 8,400 women obtained abortions in Indiana last year. Nearly all of them were early in their pregnancy. This from the state health department's latest abortion report. News 8 government reporter Garrett Berquist explains what we can learn from those numbers.
The numbers suggest many of the women who sought abortions in Indiana last year had very limited means.
86% of women who sought abortions were unmarried. Nearly 60% were in their 20s. The state didn't provide income data, but nearly half had a high school diploma or less, and nearly 2/3 already had at least one child. IU law professor Jody Madeira studies reproductive rights. She says simply putting a baby up for adoption is not as easy as it sounds.
It's by no means a sure bet that a woman wants to give up the child she is biologically related to. And rather, it's a guarantee that they are bringing a child into the world that has an uncertain future. They will bring a child into the world that might experience rejection, that might go to a foster care family who will abuse or kill that child.
The number of abortions in Indiana last year was the highest in a decade. Organizations such as Indiana Right to Life say the numbers point to more women undergoing a risky procedure. The state's report shows of the more than 8,400 women who ended a pregnancy, 49 reported complications. That's a rate of just over 1/2%.
The National Right to Life Committee has put forth model legislation that would ban abortion at any stage and under any circumstances other than to save the life of the mother. Republican lawmakers have not yet released any details on what they're working on. In Indianapolis, Garrett Berquist, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Your statewide news network covers Lake County. The prosecutor for Indiana's second largest county plans to prosecute abortions on a case-by-case basis if a new law is passed. Bernard Carter released this statement following the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, writing, "We will evaluate each case based on the law which is enacted by Indiana General Assembly." Now, it's a similar stance to Monroe County's prosecutor, Erica Oliphant, released this statement to News 8 saying she cannot refuse to prosecute and says it could increase the chance that criminal penalties may be considered by the General Assembly. It may renew legislators' interest in a non-compliant prosecutor bill, which would allow the Indiana Attorney General to step in and prosecute cases when a local prosecutor has declined to do so. Indiana lawmakers will convene for a special session to consider abortion legislation on July 25th.